Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day world currencies, stock markets and commodities wrap-up for Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. The greenback showed weakness against major currencies today. The US dollar fell against the euro and British pound, with both pairs down 0.29%. Against the yen, it dropped more significantly, losing 1.4 to 147.79. Looking at returns, despite today's declines, the US dollar has gained 1.27% against the euro month to date. However, year-to-date performance shows weakness, with the greenback down 11% versus the euro and 6.8% against the pound. The US dollar edged lower against the Canadian dollar, down 0.29%. Notable strength was seen in the Singapore dollar pair, marking its fifth consecutive positive close. The greenback also weakened against the rupee, falling for the third straight day. In terms of monthly performance, the US dollar has gained ground against most Asian currencies, rising 2.4% versus the Kiwi and 1.1% against the Singapore dollar. However, year-to-date trends show broad weakness across most currency pairs.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm Max Profit. New Zealand and Spain are showing very strong positive trends. Singapore reached a new all-time high for the third consecutive day. Taiwan broke out upward after 3 days of consolidation. Year-to-date returns show Spain leading with a 41.8% gain, while Singapore and Taiwan have returned 23.1% and 13.9% respectively. Poland has been particularly strong, delivering a 53.2% return since the start of the year. Among underperforming markets, Philippines dropped 2.2% with increased downward volatility. Netherlands fell 1.7%, breaking downward from a 5-day consolidation period. Turkey and Chile both extended their losing streaks to 4 consecutive days. Year-to-date performance shows Turkey down 9.3% and Malaysia down 3.3%. Despite recent weakness, Chile maintains an 18.9% gain for the year, while Netherlands holds on to a 20.2% advance.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Gold futures rose to 3,354.20, gaining 17.50, showing a strong upward trend with some volatility. Silver futures and Palladium futures both demonstrated very strong positive trends, with Palladium notably achieving a one-year higher close, up 3.2% to 1,291. Year-to-date returns show significant strength in metals, with copper futures leading at 37% and silver futures following at 30%. Aluminum futures has struggled, showing negative returns across all time frames, particularly week to date at -3.1%. In energy futures, natural gas advanced for a third consecutive day, while gasoline futures dropped 2.7% after breaking down from 4 days of sideways movement. Brent crude and crude oil both recorded their third straight day of losses. Week-to-date performance shows natural gas outperforming with a 7.3% gain, while other energy futures struggled. Brent crude and crude oil both recorded negative year-to-date returns of -8.2% and -7.4% respectively. Live cattle and feeder cattle futures both achieved new all-time highs, rising 2% and 1% respectively. Corn futures surged 5.7% after breaking out from 4 days of consolidation, while lean hogs showed strong downward volatility despite closing up. Year-to-date returns show lean hogs leading with a 28.6% gain, followed by feeder cattle at 23.9%. Class 2 milk has struggled, down 13.4% year-to-date, with a very strong negative trend continuing. In grains, corn futures jumped 5.7% after breaking from consolidation. Rough rice extended its losing streak to 6 consecutive days. Oat futures showed strength, rising for a third straight day and breaking out from recent sideways movement. Week-to-date returns show corn leading grains with a 3% gain, while rough rice has declined over 5% month-to-date. Oats maintained its positive trajectory with an 11% year-to-date gain, showing a very strong upward trend. Soft commodities showed mixed performance today. Coffee futures advanced significantly, climbing 10.10 to 307.45, a 3.3% gain. Cocoa and orange juice experienced notable declines, with cocoa dropping 233 to 7,651 and orange juice falling 14.50 to 300. Looking at returns, orange juice has shown remarkable month-to-date strength, up 33.6%, while cocoa has declined 15% in the same period. Coffee leads the week-to-date performance with a 7.3% gain.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day world currency, markets and commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency and commodities. Thanks for watching.